For years, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie were praised as the innocent bystanders of the royal family's darkest chapter. But behind the closed doors of Britain's most exclusive palaces, a secret financial war is raging. The future king, Prince William, demanded a look at their private books, and what happened next sent shockwaves through the monarchy. They refused. Now, a massive government investigation is pulling back the curtain on a web of secret deals, luxury lifestyles funded by others, and a luxury empire that is rapidly collapsing from the inside out. They thought they were safe in the shadows, but the ultimate question remains: what exactly are they trying to hide? It is a dynamic that insiders say has left the future king furious. Deep inside the grand halls of St. James's Palace and the private grounds of Kensington Palace, a heavily guarded royal privilege is about to face total exposure. For years, Princesses Beatrice and Eugenie have maintained high-end London residences, but British officials are now preparing to launch a sweeping investigation into the highly unusual rental contracts attached to these Crown Estate properties. At the center of this storm is a phrase that has tax experts demanding immediate transparency: peppercorn rents. Reports suggest that these elite royal arrangements allowed the sisters to hold on to premium, ultra-luxury real estate for a fraction of its actual market value. Because profits from these public properties are supposed to return to the national treasury, critics argue that regular citizens have effectively been footing the bill for a lavish, rent-free lifestyle. A former government minister recently went public, issuing a stark warning for the sisters to pack their bags and vacate the properties immediately before the public starts asking far more dangerous questions. But a hidden apartment contract is just the surface of a much deeper financial mystery. While the sisters split their time between quiet country farmhouses and international destinations, questions continue to swirl around how two non-working royals sustained a jet-setting lifestyle on standard corporate salaries. Rumors indicate that a paper trail hidden deep within their family archives holds the exact answer. And what investigators are looking for next traces back to a highly specific, secretive cash transfer that was never supposed to see the light of day. The numbers simply did not add up. In 2015, Princess Beatrice somehow managed to take 16 luxury high-end vacations in under 12 months, all while earning a modest corporate salary. For years, observers wondered how two non-working royals could afford a non-stop jet-setting lifestyle without any official public funding. The answer was finally uncovered in a stack of unsealed documents from a dark family archive, and it pointed directly to a secret cash transfer. According to sources, a highly specific financial deal was negotiated behind closed doors by their father. The arrangement involved a massive £300,000 payment from a private banking group. But the most alarming detail buried in the fine print was where a portion of that money was headed. Exactly £50,000, amounting to roughly $100,000 total, was allegedly earmarked directly for the two sisters. The public revelation of this transaction immediately sent shockwaves through the palace walls. While representatives insisted that the sisters had no knowledge of where the funds originated, the timing of the deposits perfectly mirrored their sudden spike in lavish spending. But the mystery deepens even further. Insiders say that behind the scenes, a quiet panic has set in, with the sisters frantically trying to trace their historical bank records before anyone else does. This desperate scramble to hide the past has triggered a brutal, quiet civil war with the future king, and what Prince William demanded next would permanently shatter the family dynamic. The line in the sand has officially been drawn, and Prince William is refusing to back down. Behind the fortress walls of the palace, the future king quietly cornered his cousins with a demand that changed everything. He wanted full, unrestricted access to their private financial records. According to sources, William pushed for a complete ethical audit of the sisters' business dealings, determined to scrub the monarchy clean of any lingering financial shadows. But instead of compliance, he met a brick wall. The sisters flatly refused to hand over their books. This sudden defiance has ignited a fierce, quiet civil war within the royal ranks. Rumors indicate that William is deeply concerned about their extensive corporate networks, particularly their highly lucrative consulting ties in the Middle East. For years, the sisters have utilized an elite contact book built during taxpayer-funded trade trips to build their private careers. Now, that exact contact book is being viewed as a massive liability. Insiders say the future king believes that non-working royals should not be using their titles for unmonitored commercial gain. The fallout from this refusal has been swift and severe, with reports suggesting that William has subtly distanced himself from the sisters in public spaces. Yet, as intense as this palace standoff has become, the pressure outside the family is growing even faster. The financial scrutiny has just breached the walls of their private professional lives, and a sudden investigation into a global charity has left everyone scrambling for cover. The mask of charitable giving has officially slipped. A sudden and highly sensitive regulatory investigation has struck at the very heart of Princess Eugenie's private professional life, sending shockwaves through her inner circle. The official charity commission quietly launched an assessment into her co-founded non-profit organization, the Anti-Slavery Collective. What investigators discovered buried deep within the financial disclosures has triggered intense media scrutiny. The balance sheets exposed a massive discrepancy that immediately raised red flags. According to public records, the charity successfully brought in less than £100,000 in standard donations during a single operating year. Yet, during that exact same window, the organization somehow burned through a staggering £300,000 in total expenditures. Suspense grew as observers looked closer at where that massive sum of money actually went. It is claimed that the vast majority of the funds did not go toward helping victims, but were instead completely swallowed up by internal staff salaries and administrative costs. As the quiet panic intensified behind the scenes, the fallout became impossible to contain. Rumors indicate that Eugenie faced immense pressure as global human rights organizations scrambled to protect their own reputations and cut ties. The public backlash has forced a dramatic retreat, creating an unprecedented crisis for the York family's remaining public credibility. But as devastating as this charity collapse has been, it is only one piece of a rapidly tightening trap. The multi-front pressure from Parliament, the regulators, and the future king is converging into a single final question that threatens to alter the future of the monarchy forever. The fortress of royal protection has officially crumbled, and there is nowhere left for the York sisters to hide. What began as a quiet family dispute has transformed into a high-stakes battle for survival that threatens to reshape the British monarchy. With Parliament digging into their luxury living arrangements, the Charity Commission reviewing their accounts, and Prince William pulling back the welcome mat, the sisters find themselves backed into a dangerous corner. Every single avenue of escape seems to be closing at once. For decades, the palace was able to shield its non-working members from intense financial scrutiny, burying uncomfortable details far away from the public eye. But the era of automatic privilege is coming to an end. Insiders say that the upcoming government probe will not just ask for answers, it will demand receipts. The ultimate mystery isn't just about discounted palace rents or questionable foreign consulting contracts anymore. It is about a pattern of secrecy that can no longer be sustained. When given the perfect opportunity to clear their names and prove their independence to the world, they chose to lock the vault. That single act of defiance speaks louder than any official palace press statement ever could. As the pressure reaches a boiling point, the ultimate question remains: what exactly is hidden inside those private ledgers that they are willing to risk everything to protect? The truth always finds a way out, and the next revelation might just shatter the royal family forever.